Barbino. Zeke Black is in the building. Happy Saturday. We have some good content today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video I showed yesterday of the Guest Brothers. You know, it's as wild as the streets are. It sounded like when they got into hip hop, their life got a little more wilder. So hip hop, it seems to be behind the scenes is it's like the streets. It's just entertainment. But back to the content. Um, shout out to Saladin for making that happen. I learned a lot of things yesterday. I never knew that Puff was accusing those guys of kidnapping his attempting to kidnap Justin. Um, I never knew about the MOP situation at the TOC party at Roseland. I remember when Flex did say something on Hot Nights about blows was thrown at Roseland. So I remember that. So definitely shout out to the Guest Brothers and the YGs, and they give us a lot of clarity on the history. Oh, bless up, salute, salute. Because I gotta feed the wolves. We gotta feed the wolves. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing this glorious morning. We're feeding the wolves. Now, from the officers of God who came from Push That Knife, there's some information on Smack 100. I guess he's been going back and forth with some guy, some individual named Stellar Boxes, whatever they want to call the guy. And the guy basically says that Wack100 is a snitch. Now, the last time I was on Clubhouse, they were saying that Wack100 spoke to the feds about Jay Prince over the Hoover allegations. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute to Mr. White Bill, salute to the AM, salute to the Zeke Black, salute to you and your family, your wife on the platform, and all the supporters. We in the building. The Bulls is up early in the morning. We're crawling. The walls is, you gotta look around like Brooklyn cats. I got some audio. Know what I'm saying? they saying he telling. According to some guy named Stutter Box or Stutter House, but it's weird because the information is based on some hip hop stuff. This hip hop game is dirty and dangerous and greasy and slimy and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the wolves. You know what I'm saying? It's a full moon. You already know it's a full moon when I wake up the next day and make a show. You know what I'm saying? We just here, man. I got some audio. Like I told you, shout out to God the King was Barbino. Definitely shout out to Unstricted Mentality, my man Pino. God the King sent me this last night. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Hold on one second. I got some audio from the officers at Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? Some people call him Wack100. Who's divine? Who's divine? Yeah. Wack does a lot of dry snitching. Who's divine? I don't know. Who the hell is divine? Cause I don't know, cause I didn't even know I didn't even know he recognized my name. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Divine be alright, man. These dudes do, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Tell him to keep begging. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's talking about me for. He be alright. So, according to Wack100, from the desk, the Clubhouse.
The nigga in the truck is whack. That really happened. Man. It's a motherfucking book. Actually, nigga, look. I'll PTR. It's a book called Murder Rap by Red Case. Go to the chapter called Stutterbox. You're gonna see a picture of me, him, Suge. The police that all these snitches work for, when he retired, he exposed them all. Keep it deep and Compton Crip. He exposed all his informants. So that's the picture in the book in my PTR. That's that one. That's that my brother. Me, Suge, that stutter box to the left, right? Yeah. So if you go to the chapter called Stutter Box, they gonna break down everything he did. And like, yeah, out of nowhere, he came in, gave us this man's name, told us he had a trucking company. If you want to get the Suge, you gotta go through him. He moving cocaine and dope from here to there. They spent $300,000-400,000 nigga with wires, tracking devices, all kind of shit. They came into my crib. I lost a dog that day. My dog Wack100, one of my bulls. When they hit the back gate, he locked on the nigga. They had to shoot the nigga like 7-8 times. And they killed him. He came in, cuffed my wife. It was like 40 acres, my nigga. And couldn't find shit. Had to walk up out of here. He said he had a moment. They thought they were going to find something in the house. He didn't find nothing. I still didn't know what time it was. Let me tell you what I knew what time it was. So when they come in, they hit my home office. They were searching about 18 minutes. When they got to the home office, dude called.
This is live from yesterday, live from the offices of Clubhouse. Shout out to Clubhouse. Shout out to, some people call him Wack100. Shout out to him.
One of the reasons why they went in front of the judge, they filed some shit called living beyond my means, which kind of supported their probable cause, along with their confidential informant that they painted. He's a reliable source. So they watching the lifestyle. So when he come into the crib and he hit the home office, he sees, well, actually, let me rewind. On paper, Cash Jones make $30,000-40,000 a year. That's it. As a Social Security number, I don't make no money. So they looking at everything and they like, this don't add up. But what they failed to do was run everything. So when they hit that home office and they seen all these different corporations and they seen these cars under this corporation, these houses under this corporation, this under this, he then knew everything was just a credit card upstairs.
Just keep you abreast to what's going on. Hold on 1 second. This is Wack100 speaking about a situation about Death Row Records. Death Row was popping, Cash Jones. So this is actually Death Row, a hip hop story coming out of this. You know what I'm saying? You know, Suge Knight hired a lot of cops. He hired a lot of cops. So this is Wack100 words in Clubhouse. Let's do it.
To find on my side, right? Because even today, I haven't had a personal bank account 15, 16 years. Everything I do is up under a court. I don't give a fuck. When I get gas, it's up under a court. Whatever I do is I'm operating up under a corporation. So they take my files, uncuff my wife. They take her, she had 2 guns, legal guns in her name in the crib. They take those. Call my attorney. We go down to the federal building off of Wilshire and Sapone or whatever that shit is down there. Now this one I knew what time it was. When I go up to the 50th or 60th floor, nigga, we come out the elevator, nigga, ain't nothing but FBI flak jackets walking around this motherfucker. Crazy. About 2 months, maybe about a month or 2 prior to this happening at my crib, Stutter Box invited me to this spot called Stevie's on the Strip, soul food restaurant. So when I get there, there's 2 females there. There's 2 females there, right? Now, most people move a certain way. I'm really an eyeball type of nigga. A lot of shit niggas do, Wack don't do, I ain't off into. So when I get there, it's him, it's 2 chicks at the table. I sit at the table, what up, Box, what you need me for? Oh, man, niggas, get you out the house, nigga, hang out a little bit. 2 women, 2 of my homegirls, this, that, and other. I said, oh, okay, yeah, how y'all doing? About 5 minutes, he said, I'm finna go to the bathroom. When he go to the bathroom, the chick start popping. She telling me she from New Orleans. She came out here to meet with this nigga, this bitch ass nigga answered his phone. She come out here every month to buy 5 keys, all this shit, right? So when she talking, I'm looking at the bitch, right? Bitch bad. So when bots come back, I tell them I gotta go to the bathroom. So I make my way to the bathroom. Instead of making the left, I make a hard right to valet. I get on up out of there. Right? When I got to the 60th floor, T-Money, guess who I saw the FBI flak jacket? The bitch.
That's
right?
crazy.
So I say, damn, that's the same bitch. So by now my antennas go up like, damn, I'm saying this nigga box fucking with a bed and don't even know it. This one, I still ain't know what time it is, right? So we get to the conference room. They got like 7, 8 beds, whoever they little leader motherfucker is, whatever y'all call them motherfuckers. I'm sitting down there, my attorney going crazy. We filed a lawsuit, harassment. Y'all embarrassed my client. He lives in a gated community. He can't live there anymore. Homeowners Association is filing complaints against him because you guys came the way you came. His neighbors are frowning upon him. All this shit. We playing for the bag, right? So, dude says, well, we still got your client on 2 different situations. He's like, is that right? We'll put him on the table. We walking out of here, right? So, first situation, he said, well, we found firearms in the house. He's an ex-con, convicted felon. He can't be around firearms, right? So I stopped my attorney. I said, well, you ain't found no firearms in my house. He said, yes, we did. These firearms and such and such. I said, well, I ain't never seen no firearms in my life. He said, well, they registered to your wife. I said, well, what they got to do with me? He said, well, that's your wife. I said, okay, well, what the fuck they got to do with me? He said, well, you live in a home. I said, you can't prove I live in that home. Right? But you got some cars that's registered to a corporation. Matter of fact, I said, can I go in my back pocket? I pull my wallet out, I slide the motherfucker my wallet. What's this? That's where I live. I've been a resident of Oklahoma since 2003. I got 13 houses on my portfolio. Which one you gonna put me in various states? Right? I said, you see that? Commercial driver's license. I'm a truck driver. So you putting some guns on me that's in a California residence, but yet I pay Oklahoma state taxes. Help me understand it. And that go. Second thing, man.
Hell no, I never heard nothing like that, Billy Hunter. Never heard nothing like that. Yo, have you ever heard of the face that you take us to talk to you? Not at all. Is that new? That's something that's new? Debbie shout out to Bully Hard Hunter. I don't know. That's cat, as y'all say, cat.
And they had against me. They press play. Wiretap. This is why I know when I hear certain wiretaps was conspiracy, how they get you. They got me on the phone. Said, yeah. What you got? Said, we got a special move. Where it's coming from? Down by National City. Down by Tijuana, Mexico? Yeah. All right. It's gonna be kind of heavy, but it'll pay you 22,000, 23,000 one way. Where it's going? Seattle area, Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, multiple stops. Get it to them before they close, and I was you straight. All right, no problem. I'll be down there to get it. So they turned off the thing. They like, well, our confidential informant is saying you moving drugs for Suge Knight. I said, moving drugs for Suge Knight. Now, me personally, I've never heard Suge involved in the cocaine, the drug dealer, none of that shit. So I'm looking at these motherfuckers like they crazy because I know what recording they got. I said, well, can I make a phone call in front of you on speakerphone? Yeah. Calling up. What up, Wack? Hey, we got something cooking? Down by Mexico? Yeah, talking about National City? Yeah, what you got? He said, yeah, we got 6. I said, what it pay? It ain't that what you used to, but you can get 17, 18. 17. He said, but it's light. It ain't that heavy. How much weight we talking? 71, 72,000 pounds.
Bully, your Bully Hard Hunter. That's weird. They texting him, yo, what's up with you and Jay Prince? You know what I'm saying? Like, is what we're doing here? They're not doing the formal snatch you up, bring you down to the office and tell us the information. He did text you. What you telling him? what are you telling them? They're texting you and you're telling them to go to my replays and 100 ENT? Is this what the program is now? This is crazy. Now the feds is gonna inbox you, yo son. What's up with you and Jay Prince? What you gonna say? Go to the replays. Go to 100. You know what I'm saying? Go to 100 ENT on YouTube. everything is gonna be said. We're gonna say everything is online. We're gonna say the things that need to be said. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In my generation, the feds don't text you. They normally kick your doors and they snatch you up. And most of the time when they snatch you up, you don't leave until like 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? Out of their presence. Even if you cooperate, you're gonna do it like at least 7, 8, 9 summers. Unless we do what everybody else is doing. Everybody I snitched on is dead. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But this is the get down. So the feds, one thing we can say though, is that the feds been messing with him since Suge Knight days. So this is not the first time that he's been in bed with the feds. You can honestly say that he's talking about the Suge Knight days. Let's get back to the content part of people. When the feds start texting you, you know it's real.
Alright, cool. I said, yo, who am I talking to again? He said, this is BMW Distribution Auto Logistics. Alright, thanks. I said, you stupid motherfucker, what you listening to is me getting a fucking load of cars going from one place to another. What the fuck is you talking about? Now his superiors is looking at him like he crazy. If you watch the movie Unsolved, that's when you see dude get stark raving mad and say, this dude is lying on this dude. He ain't doing none of this. Stutterbox is the nigga that played Uncle Jerome. On the truck driver, they pulled over, there was magazines in the back. They just summed it all up in one. So what I'm saying is, you niggas, or whoever these niggas is, y'all that desperate, you about to prosecute Wack with a nigga that told on Wack? I don't understand this math. I know the world is changing. We got the LGBTQ community going on. They moving at a rapid rate. Are we getting to a point that the niggas that get told on are the what? You got a video of a nigga that told on me and 7 of his homies. And that's supposed to do what?
He owns a truck company. Okay, old girl comes to you and says she wanted such and such buy X amount of bricks. They put you in the office. You're not thinking about your freedom. You're thinking about suing. I'm gonna sue y'all for embarrassing me. Yeah, I'm gonna sue y'all for embarrassing me. Not, I'm trying to get out of this. They're asking you about Suge Knight, drugs, common sense. You got a truck, whatever you're doing, you're in the mix. And you're worried about suing them. You're worried about, you know what I'm saying? So now we're getting to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? We're getting to the downright dirt, the dirt on the wall, the dirty walls of Clubhouse. We're going to the dirty walls of Clubhouse with this one. We're going to the dirty walls. And this is Wack100 words. The dirty walls of Clubhouse.
To me. Help me understand. I'm just trying to understand.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's a book. It's a book out. You know, it's called Murder Rap. Freedom from.
Now, I guess it's a book out. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guess it's a book out on the situation. You gotta be very careful because, you know.
When he retired, all his snitches, he threw under the bus. EPD,
I heard about that shit.
And nigga, that's the one that killed Pop. Nigga, he was a rat the whole time, telling those zip niggas from Harlem, all that. He threw everybody that was telling, he put their names when he retired and threw.
You know what Zip he's talking about, right? He's talking about Von Zip, rest in peace. Now, what's the connection between Von Zip and Keefy D? If he said Keefy D, the cop had the files, and Keefy D was telling on Von Zip, what was he telling on Von Zip for? After he hear that out of his mouth, yo, Keefy D was telling those dudes from Harlem, Zip. The only Zip I know from Harlem that was dealing with them dudes from Cali was Von Zip and them. Because other than the block, Von Zip allegedly had money in some record label. Like they were doing the music thing, you know what I'm saying? This is out of Wack100 mouth. The Zip he's talking about is Von Zip. Shout out to the son Eric out there, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what business he had with Keefy D, but this is to my Vaughn, it's my Mr. Zip. Shout out to Harlem. Now remember, Von Zip said situation between Puff, him, and them Lopes in California when they came to Biggie. Do y'all remember that? When Von Zip said a situation about the Biggie Small situation and with the Crips out there in California, he mentioned a certain conversation, but that's a whole other show. Shout out to Bad Boy, take that. P. Diddy 2.0, man Mace, Murder Mace, Pastor Mace's P. Diddy 2.0, word?
Checks for 7, 8, 9 years, nigga, this shit is real. And these niggas was real gangster type niggas, get money type niggas. This is why, bro, I don't give a fuck about whatever your persona is. These niggas will drop you off at midnight, get down the street, get pulled over, bumped up, and by the time they see you the next day, 12 noon, them niggas got a whole nother job and a whole nother piece added to their wardrobe called a wire.
That's crazy.
You will never see a nigga T-Money around me for no longer than 3 days straight. It ain't gonna happen. I'm automatically hitting reset.
Nigga, you had Rick around you for 8 months. You know what I'm saying? What was his whole sole purpose? What you had Rick around you for? You know what I'm saying? What the hell you had Rick around you for? That right there makes no sense. What the hell you had Reek around you for? I'm not gonna mention his name. I don't know why. I mean, just because I see that's the second camera I've seen. I don't know why. Hey, thank you for putting me in your algorithm. I don't know. I don't know me. I don't know you. I could do it. That was in a newspaper article where they said your man knew Toe. I understand a lot of you guys like to defend your action. Yo, but this is the third. But how are you gonna address how you addressing somebody who don't even talk about you? Why don't you go do something? Hop on the highway and go fight Corey King. And stop making videos about Corey. Whatever beef you got, why don't you want to pull up on somebody? You know what I'm saying? I got nothing to do with that. You want to address and talk. What are you addressing? I don't know you from a hole in the wall, bro. You know what I'm saying? Never been in no jails with you, never been nowhere with you. You're just talking as a fan. Now, you guys can't say F rats and all this other weirdness, and then, oh, now I'm a fan of his because Brooklyn, Brownsville, I don't know. But that's what the newspaper said, bro. That's public information. That's public information. That wasn't just somebody trying to throw dirt on somebody. That was the news. that was actually a cop speaking. Google it. New York Post, Quarterfield. Boom. That come up. So the world knows that, bro. So cut it out. Now you're doing too much. Go fight somebody. Why don't you go beat up on something? You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you get busy. Go beat up on something. Stop acting like you in the box, bro. That boxing. You know, I believe the boxing tore a lot of you dudes up to where y'all still believe you're in the box. So you do what you do in your car and you run in your mouth. You think you're back on the gate on the box. Yo, son, this is when I catch you on these spots. You bugging out now. At this point, you're losing your mind now. That's public information. It says that in the newspaper. That's not me. Yo, son, such and such, such and such. That's it. You be all right, bro. I don't gotta mention your name. I don't have to mention your name. You know who you are. Thank you for putting me in your algorithm, though, but you know who you are. What you gonna say? Zeke. If he was around us, he would have did this, we would have did that to him. Is that? Because how you addressing somebody who never said nothing about you? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm talking about you. You're the last thing on my mind. Actually, last thing on my mind. That's just how the game goes. What you gonna do? Yo, this was gonna happen, and we gonna see him. See him where? Keep pumping gas at the gas station, my man, or whatever you're doing in life. Relax, but indeed though, we're going back to the content. But that's the second comment I seen with that. So I'm just letting you know, I can talk about what I did. The content dealt with Nuke. The cop said Nuke told. Also, the cop said he was best friends with Quarterfield. The cop said he cried when Quarterfield died. He was hurt. He said that Quarterfield was giving him information, but it wasn't information on such and such. That's what you booked with, you know what I'm saying? This is what the newspaper said, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm addressing Z Black. How? Oh, what? A public newspaper? Get out of here. Go back to the content. Back to Wack and his telling. You know what I'm saying? And his alleged response.
I'll let you on. Straight up. Even my closest to close know, you might get 2-3 days with the nigga. He gon' spin off. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's that same nigga that's in that video. And look, I pinned. It to the top, cause so then niggas kept back.
Let me see what this is. Let me see.
Make sure y'all share the room too.
Hey man, Stain G said he trying to get in the room. Somebody got him blocked.
Dad can't be on the floor with me. If you want to go on the floor, I'll leave.
I pinned that nigga 10 hours ago.
Oh no.
I said he can't be on the floor with you, man.
Same reason why you can't question me. As a man, that's my decision.
Man, this ain't the one.
You got any more questions? No problem.
Man, who is that, man? You can remove yourself. Who is that? Who? Cleanup. It's me, Cleanup. Stan G.
Hey, yo, Cleanup, if a man don't want to fuck with another man, that's his business.
Hey, listen, I think it's always the
It's
spot.
Cleanup out of there, man.
But this is basically Wack100's response to Stutterbox. And I guess Stutterbox calling him an informant. And I guess now Stutterbox is saying that he has some type of paperwork on Wack100 that he's going to expose. I won't be surprised. He just gave us a very detailed and well-versed story about whatever the situation was. So I'm not going to lie to you, Wack100 is on his A game. You gotta give Wack100 that. On this, he's smart, very well versed. So now, whatever you throw out there, he said it nice and clear and well versed. Threw it out there in the atmosphere. This is what happened. The feds, and basically what he's saying is Stutterbox was messing with the Fed. One of them was messing with the Fed chick, and the chick was the chick that was in the mix. So with Wack100, this is response to old boy calling him a rat. You know what I'm saying? Clubhouse. Yesterday. Now, since we're in the mood to talk about rats, there's somebody else that he's been going at it the last couple of weeks with Little Baby's brother. I guess the original hot boy. The man who says that when he was with Baby, he told Baby, yo, we should name these guys the hot boys. And I think it's Terrence Williams or something like that. And what he did was, which was smart, very calculated, was he's telling his story. And I guess something happened with Boosie. And they're all from the same state, Louisiana. And Boosie said something about him. He said something about him. And I guess he said Boosie was in PC. Now, one thing we're going to say is I believe Little Boosie was in the feds. That last case he had, the major case that he was sitting up, I believe it was a Fed charge. I don't think it was a state charge. He had a conspiracy. I'm not too sure. But Boosie, this had to be like about 07, 08 when he got locked up or something like that. I believe it was a Fed charge though. And in the midst of this Fed charge that we're speaking about, Boosie, he's defending his name. You know, we see Boosie, he done cursed the police out. Boosie, he has a lot to say on Vlad. You know, he says a lot of things on Vlad TV about how he feel about dudes and dudes are soft and how he feel about dudes that told. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay, he had a state charge. That's why I say he had a federal state charge. You know what I'm saying? So with Boosie, little Boosie, he defends his name. He say the most craziest things, but he saves his name. So I guess he's going at it with a guy who told. Now, little baby brother says, the original hot boy says, the people that he told on are all dead. But he ain't the only one that says that. It's just like Alpo. Alpo says, all the people I told on are dead. It must be like a snitching code. Glaze I told on they're dead. So it's like, we talking about two different boroughs, one person from a whole across the country, and they all got the same story. You know what I'm saying? No, the only person I seen that snitched that actually stood up to the people that actually told us somebody who was alive, and that they said, yeah, I told on them. The same with the bull. You know what I'm saying? He actually said, yeah, I told on John Gotti while John Gotti was alive. May John Gotti rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But and a host of others that simply put may have told on that we don't know about. That but he don't claim everybody's dead. Now back to the content. Now Boosie, riding around in his car, he was a little distraught that old boy called him. The old boy said that he was second. Can we get the artifacts right? That he was in PC. And just like Vlad to my content, on that Alpo picture, which was great, got over like 500,000 views or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna use a little bit of Vlad content. You know what I'm saying? And this is Boosie's response. 14 hours ago.
You can't take my stripes away because you gave yours away, dog. I'm a real stand-up nigga, I'll be up, dog. No PC in me, dog. Asking a nigga from uptown out of Joe's with into the jails. Asking a nigga from across the canal downtown. I'm a stand-up nigga, dog. I fight in the dome, I shit fighting the cell. I'm a violator, bro. You know. Ain't no PC in me, I had jaws, bro. You know, I was like that, bro. You know, it's choices we make in life, and you know, you made that choice to ruin all the relationships with your people, with everybody, because so many people glorified you, bro. You know, now that shit over with, bro. You know, and all I can say is, bro, do if nigga told you that nigga lying, I'm gonna stand up, nigga, I'll be all, bro. Hey, check this out, I'm gonna just.
And that's Boosie's response. That's Boosie's response to I guess Terrence Williams. Now, how y'all feel about that? I mean, how do you know what I'm saying exactly? Like how y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about dudes that told they're free now and they're saying things about dudes that actually stood up for their cases and fought for their freedom? Some may have blue trial, some may have and some may have got a whole bunch of time. So how do you guys feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Like how, like you know, it's because I think a lot of times, man, we the people, we get off track sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game, man. And that's why when you have a dirty game, right? you have to understand that you can't let nobody trick you into being a fool. You can't allow nobody to trick you into being a fool. Now, in all reality, in being tricked into being a fool is you gotta be smart out here, party people. You have to be smart. You can't let nobody trick you out of being dumb. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can't allow nobody to trick you into being dumb. You definitely can't. You just gotta be smart out here. And once you lose from being smart out here is when you begin to lose in real life. Boosie, no, he's having an argument with somebody who told. That's saying, yo, you was in PC. Here go, I got something else for your party people. I got something else for you guys, right? Again, I'm gonna read something to you guys because I'm bringing some content to you guys. Definitely shout out to Saladin. Smack100 has a direct line with the feds where they're texting him. Even though you're not even talking about the 6ix9ine situation, he's like, they text him, what's your beef with Jay Prince? Go to the replays. You know what I'm saying? Have you noticed that because of that, the last argument what he had with Jay Prince, that we knows again that Larry Hoover has denounced GDs, but this time the letter to the judge, like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with this. So we don't really know what's really going on behind the scenes. These men trying to become free, and yo, y'all bugging. They're keeping my name in the light, in a negative light. The light, okay, if we do a Larry Hoover movie, right? Is it gonna be a positive movie or it's gonna show gang culture? Let's be for real. We did a movie right now on Larry Hoover. Right now, Hoover, GDs. Is it gonna be a positive movie or is it gonna be a movie about nothing but violence? What's the likeness? We gotta keep in mind the things that we like to see, the things that the world want to see. Like I just told you, Wack100, what he just said in that video, he was very well versed. Hold on. He was very well versed. And him being very well versed, now he put himself in what you call the position of power in the argument. Because now Stutterbox is gonna have to produce paperwork to go against what Wack just said out of his mouth. Because he was very well detailed. The girl, the feds, the bricks, the federal agents, Suge Knight, the trucks, the cars. So the only way to go against what this man has said out of his mouth is the paperwork. Now, we don't know if Wack100 paperwork is sealed. We don't know nothing. He mentioned Von Zip in the conversation. Now, the last time, again with Von Zip, we heard the situation with Von Zip. He was speaking about the Biggie situation with Puff and with the trips to California. So now, Stutterbox, Wack100 puts your back against the wall. Because now you have to produce the paperwork. We don't want to hear no more. Because that's what dudes do. When they can't produce the paperwork, they just want to argue with you, and now Wack to be a sucker, Wack to be corny, yo, Wack is a bitch, yo, I know your cousins. No, we want to see the paperwork now because Wack puts you in a conversation. You allow the conversation, and this is what I mean about a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys be so emotional, you'll throw your first angle out there and it'll be all over the place. So now what happens is a smart man to sit back and go, I'm going to go direct for the juggler. So the only way to defeat me now, because Wack basically said the situation. Not the whole thing, we know that, but he said just enough to go, well, Stutter, you gotta come up with some paperwork, bro. He said the federal agent, he said the situation, he said he walked through the door, he saw Shorty, she's with the feds, that was your people, yo, Keefy D been telling, the cop had the paperwork. So now, you gotta produce the P-dub. So in our argument, his response is very calculated and very well versed. A lot of you guys are very well versed, and this is how Wack is beating you. That's exactly what Wack just said. Wack100 just said, yo, I don't remember Suge Knight hustling, but they're putting Suge Knight in the jewel game. That's Wack just said that. He said that in the video. I will play it again for you guys. For a lot of you guys in the building, I'm giving you a reset. The reset of the show is Wack100 responds to snitching allegations from Stutterbox in Clubhouse. Boosie responds to Terrence Hot Boys Williams about him being in PC when he was in jail. On Vlad, shout out to Vlad TV. You know what I'm saying? The Vlad, you owe me one anyway, bro. The Alpo joint went to the roof when he was at the wake. Rest in peace, Dirt by James. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man to each heart who sent me the action video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we in the building. Definitely we in the building. It's doing my due diligence. In the word of diligence, I'm doing my due diligence. Now, you're getting back to the content. So now I had to reset the room real fast, so now you understand where I'm at. For those who just joined in, are probably looking, yo, son, what's up, son? What's going on, son? So Wack100 was very well versed in his response. He wasn't all over the place. He didn't call the man all type of bitch, bitchs. He didn't call the guy a clown. He didn't call, he was very well versed. So now, Reyes, you know and I know that old boy's gonna have to produce the paperwork. Hold on, let me see if I can give somebody a call right now. Hold on, let me see if I can get my man up. Let me see my man, because you guys sent it to me. Now, the P-Dub is the next calculated move that Stutterbox is gonna have. That's why he's saying he's gonna dog walk Wack and all this. Because I'm not, like I told you, I'm not here because I honestly speaking, I don't be jacking half the things that Wack do, but when you're making content, you gotta take your biasnesses and your emotions out of it and deal with the reality. What Wack is showing some of you guys is how to fight allegations with just being straightforward. That's what he just did. A lot of you guys made it fly over your head. Dude said whatever he had to say about him trying to clown him. All right, let's talk about it. Very well versed. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't screaming. You got to hear him clearly. And he's mentioning the situation. Not at all, though, but just enough to go, well, Stutterbox, you're going to need a response. And what's Stutterbox's response? I'm going to catch you, I'm going to beat you up. I got the paperwork. So the paperwork hasn't surfaced yet. The paperwork should have been the next thing he did. What, you think it's a game? Bam. So now he has to run around and call somebody who probably said they got some paperwork on Wack and he don't got the paperwork on Wack. So now what's going to happen is he's going to want to fight Wack. So he's going to have 48 hours to produce this paperwork. That was the next move on the chess table. What? This game? Bam. I said what I said. Just showing you dudes, man. Don't think that because... Now, the feds texting you is like having a wiretap. That means for all you gangsters and G's that want to be around Wack that's still in the street, we're not talking about the nudie guys, the guys that's in the street. Why do you want your phone number in his phone if you're doing something illegal or not paying your taxes or doing some type of embezzling credit card scams if the feds are texting Wack on demand? Y'all don't find that. Do you know what that means? That he's voluntarily gave the feds his number. And any information that they can get out of his phone, do you think these fools ain't get a warrant for that phone? for his call log. Do y'all like who does that? Well, I'm gonna volunteer 10 bodies for you. Who does that? So you gotta listen. That's what I tell you. A lot of you guys is listening now. Wait a minute. So if the feds can text you, that means that you think they're just gonna text you and you talk all this gangster shit and you're a gang member and you don't care about their music shit. You still talk about you got gang ties. We know everybody in your phone ain't industry individuals. So what happens now? We're gonna get a boom, wiretap on your phone. But you basically gave them permission if they're texting you about a Clubhouse beef. The beef you got with Jay Prince is a Clubhouse beef. A beef that started because information was put out about Nipsey Hussle through your mouth, right? So it was a war on YouTube and Clubhouse, and then somewhere reason Jay Prince's name popped up somewhere, and Jay Prince made a video, and you made a video, and you went to Clubhouse with it, and he went to YouTube with it. Come on, bro. This is the world that we live in, party people. That's at the first corner store. Like, yo, son, yo, Zeke out here. Who this? Yo, the feds just called something. Manhattan office. Yo, son, what's going on? What's up with Jay Prince? Like, let's go on Clubhouse. Hit the replay. Go on YouTube. Blah blah blah. Dudes got to be very mindful, right? We got some dudes that have issues. Legal issues. Look at Shakira, the pop singer. She about to do 8 years. She owed $25 million. You know what I'm saying? These people don't want to go to jail. They start giving up. Yo, boom. We don't know what Wack going through behind the scenes. You know, he played with a lot of money. I don't know how much money he had, but he plays with a lot of money. I can honestly say that through all the hate that people have for him, you see the people that he's able to stand around. You don't do that being a $2 individual, bro. You don't talk business with a man that's worth $1 billion to get on a track with you unless there's something attractive there. So we have to be very mindful. We have to be smart. We have to, at some point, have to come to a resolution of the reality, the difference between reality. The reality is Wack said out of his mouth that the feds text him. Do y'all think that's a healthy, friendly relationship? If Wack got your number, if you got Wack number in his phone, do you believe that's, hold on, let me call somebody, man. Let me go get some out of the line, man. I'm talking to my man. Hold on. Let me see. Shot. I'm trying to get my man on the line, man. Because he caught a Fed charge before. So I'm going to ask somebody who caught a Fed charge before. You know what I'm saying? Is it healthy for the Feds to have your phone line? Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask you a question, Smitty. Shout out to Smitty. This is Mike Smitty Blow Dollars Network. This is Smitty Blow Dollars Network on the line. I want to ask you a question, Smitty. You gotta talk a little louder, brother. Wack100 said that the feds text them about Jay Prince. Is that healthy that the feds is texting you about a Clubhouse beef you have? Like, I mean, is it healthy that the feds is calling you? Text them.
Text them about Jay Prince. You talk about the federal authority.
Yes, that's what he said. He said that out of his mouth.
That's weird. That's crazy right
there. Okay. Is that, because you caught a Fed charge before, is that a healthy relationship that the feds could just, even your entertainment, that's like saying the Secret Service could just inbox Jay-Z, yo, what's going on out here? How you doing, brother? The reason why they asked about Jay Prince, because he was arguing about Larry Hoover likeness. So that was the actual beef. You hear me?
Yeah.
Is that healthy? Now for the feds,
and the top, that's not healthy. And the top, the only time the feds won't be in contact with you is if you're working with them you know, maybe you did a bid in the past and you took a 5K one, a Rule 35, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And you gave up some information and you basically still probably working for them. That's the only way I look at it, bro, because no federal authority is gonna have your number, be texting you, or be able to get in contact with you that easy if you're not working with them or have some type of bond or relationship with them. Period. That's not healthy at all.
Now, from my
You know what I'm
knowledge,
saying?
sir.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's not cool to have, you know, representatives that's in the law enforcement, like have brothers that you know that's in the law enforcement, but you know, this situation, what you telling me is that they just hitting them out the blue, like, yo, listen, such and such, you know what I mean? Your man Jay Prince or whatever went down. That's not healthy at all, bro. I don't look at that, man. That's crazy right there.
And that's why I asked Smitty, not putting your business out there because you caught a Fed charge before, so that's why I asked you that. Because I knew a kid that got locked up by the feds, and they actually had to get like a warrant to wiretap his phone, you know what I'm saying? And they took his call log. And a lot of dudes was getting clipped off in his call log, you know what I'm saying? Not because of him. Huh?
Dudes actually do that. I know a lot of cases where the feds, you know, got up with dudes and asked the dudes, can they tap their phone? And the dudes willingly said, you can tap my phone, just so they could get out the way and, you know, never see a jail cell. And then the other dudes be all fucked up. And they, you know what I'm saying? Like, that happened before. You know what I'm saying? So that's a possibility as well.
Yes. And that's a possibility because I remember when I was in Albany County Jail in the early 90s, there was a certain guy, he did that. Where he got caught up with something and he went to the feds and was like, yo, y'all can tap my phone. These are the guys that's gonna be calling me. And that's how they got the legal wiretaps to take down a whole family. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They still doing that actually. There's guys that's going through the feds right now that's on cases like that. That's a fact. And dudes continue to, you know, get on the phone, jump on the jack and talk reckless. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's crazy.
Now, Smitty Blow Dollars is in the building. He has great content. He's always been a commentator on the platform. We've been doing this for like 2-3 years. Congratulations with your over 1,000 subs. We got to salute you, Smitty. A lot of hard work came into that.
Right. Salute, I appreciate y'all, brother.
And just
sisters out there.
Just keep on going, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You already know.
You want to leave with anything? You want to tell the people something like what you got going on today or tomorrow?
Make sure y'all tap into the Low Dollars Network. We got a good show going on today. You understand what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in. You know what I mean? We just reached 1K subscribers. You know, we moving forward. Only positivity. That's all we dealing with over there, man. So come through and have a good time with us. And, you know, enjoy the content over there. Positive vibe, conscious vibes. Celebrating the mind, man. Peace to everybody out there. Thank you, Zeke, man.
No doubt. Smitty Brim. You know what I'm saying? You know, now the time we have to do due diligence. Nowadays, we just can't freestyle. We can't just, you know what I'm saying? It's what we think, but we have to put the, you know, okay, just as somebody who caught a Fed charge, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? We played the content. For those that doesn't know, that the show is based off of Wack100 response to Stutter. Whatever his name is, Stutter B, whatever his name is, about something that's crazy. The feds tried to snatch Wack up, asking him about some bricks and Suge Knight. And one of the things that came out of this conversation was he bought, but Keefy D was telling on Vaughn and them from Harlem. And that's deep. Rest in peace, Vaughn Zip. But that just hearing that, you know, you probably heard that, but hearing Wack say being pressed by the police, and they're telling him that Keefy D been telling for years that allegedly Keefy D killed Tupac and all this craziness. Now look at this conversation. Keefy D, Vaughn Zip. Keefy D, Vaughn Zip, Biggie Smalls, Tupac. Y'all add the math about at some point on that one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sounds crazy, right? Wack do something in the air that leads an opinion. Wait a minute. Keefy D, boom, and those boom. We know it was a boxing fight. We knew Vegas it was a boxing fight. Mike Tyson. I don't know. Things connect. There's connections already. We pulling up. These, you know what I'm saying? We a lot of time, but I'm not getting caught. I'm not here to be the DA. I'm just giving y'all some content. Let's think about that, man. It's the world gets smaller than what we think. Just because some dudes is on the left coast doesn't mean that some of these dudes ain't loopy on the right coast. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. It's a lot. There's a lot to be said. But with that being said, man, the content. I hope you enjoyed the content this morning. Something different. Shout out to Wifey Southern Belle. We got some more things coming up. We got a couple of more good shows coming up. Shout out to Saladin. We're just attacking the attack. You know what I'm saying? Doing the best we could do under these tough times and tough conditions. MDC, Manny Drive, Crips is in the building. Smurf the Great's in the building. Valenzuela, of course, is in the building. Harlem Doubles in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Niani's in the building. Fly Mike definitely in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? And the stories, it's just gonna get more crazier and more crazier. Stutterbox has a lot to say about Wack. And Wack has Wack has a lot to say about Stutterbox. So that was as well versed. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a well versed response by Wack100. We gotta give him credit because now he has forced this guy to produce the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Produce what you got. So Stutterbox, you're gonna have to produce the paperwork at this point because he went a little well versed. He wasn't all over the place, and he stood straight to the script. He told a straight story. So now, anything else you say now, but this is what Wack said. He wasn't all over the place. A lot of you guys, you're all over the place. You tell the story. I'm gonna take it to the top again. This is Wack. This is my man Smack 100.
The police that all these snitches work for, when he retired, he exposed them all. Keefy D from Compton Crip, he exposed all his informants. So that's the picture of fucking my PTR. That's that one. That's that my brother. Me, Suge, that Stutterbox to the left, right?
Yeah.
So if you go to the chapter called Stutterbox, they gonna break down everything he did. And like, yeah, out of nowhere, he came in, gave us this man's name, told us he had a trucking company. If you want to get to Suge, you gotta go through him. He moving cocaine and dope from here to there. They spent $300,000-400,000 nigga with wires, tracking devices, all kind of shit. They came into my crib. I lost a dog that day. My dog Wacko, one of my bulls. When I hit the back gate, he looked.
Salute the Wax AP. Go check them out on YouTube. Him and El Campo. You know, B to the P, the fam over there. Salute to them. They're doing a great job. Go check them out, man. This is crazy. He's talking about Stutterbox when he went and told the feds about him.
Told the nigga they had to shoot the nigga like 7-8 times. Kill him. He came in, cuffed my wife. It was like 48, my nigga. And couldn't find shit. Had to walk up out of here. He said he had a moment. They thought they were gonna find something in the house. They didn't find nothing. I still didn't know what time it was. Let me tell you when I knew what time it was. So when they come in, they hit my home office. They were searching about 18 minutes. When they got to the home office, dude called the search off. Because one of the reasons why they went in front of the judge, they filed some shit called living beyond my means, which kind of supported their probable cause, along with their confidential informant that they paying. He's a reliable source. So they watching the lifestyle. So when he come into the crib and he hit the home office, he sees, well, actually, let me rewind. On paper, Cass Jones made $30,000-40,000 a year. That's it. As a Social Security number, I don't make no money. So they looking at everything and they like, this don't add up. But what they failed to do was run everything. So when they hit that home office and they seen all these different corporations and they seen these cars under this corporation, these houses under this corporation, this under this, he then knew everything was justified.
Oh, hold on.
Here's his own game
plan. Wax, you know why? Because he's good content. He's entertaining to a lot of people. Some people they think they can come up, and that's why dudes deal with him because he's very entertaining. He's content. He's become the new Vibe XXL. He's telling us things about the music industry that we don't know. Like this conversation is actually a hip hop conversation. Suge Knight, Keefy D. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about this is all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So he's giving us the nitty gritty, the dirty walls of Clubhouse behind the scenes, and a lot of people are just attracted to that. Like we was attracted to buying the source every month because you want to hear what these rappers are talking about in their articles. You know what I'm saying?
She had 2 guns, legal guns in her name. In the crib, they take those. Call my attorney. We go down to the federal building off of Wilshire and Sapone or whatever that shit is down there. Now this one I knew what time it was. When I go up to the 50th or 60th floor, nigga, we come out the elevator, nigga, ain't nothing but FBI flak jackets walking around this motherfucker. Crazy. About 2 months, maybe about a month or 2 prior to this happening at my crib, Stutterbox invited me to this spot called Stevie's on the Strip, soul food restaurant. So when I get there, there's 2 females in. There's 2 females there, right? Now, most people move a certain way. I'm really an eyeball type of nigga. A lot of shit niggas do, Wack don't do, I ain't off into. So when I get there, it's him, there's 2 chicks at the table. I sit at the table, what up, box, what you need me for? Oh man, niggas, get you out the house, nigga, hang out a little bit. 2 women, 2 of my homegirls, this, that, and other. I said, oh, okay, yeah, I ain't gotta do it. About 5 minutes, he said, I'm finna go to the bathroom. When he go to the bathroom, the chick start popping. She telling me she from New Orleans. She came out here to meet with this nigga, this bitch ass nigga answered his phone. She come out here every month to buy 5 keys, all this shit, right? So when she talking, I'm looking at the bitch, right? Bitch bad. So when Box come back, I tell him I gotta go to the bathroom. So I make my way to the bathroom instead of making the left. I make a hard right to valet. I get on up out of here, right? When I got to the 60th floor, T-Money, guess who I saw in the FBI flak jacket? This bitch.
Yo.
That's right. So I say, damn, that's the same bitch. So by now my antennas go up. Like, damn, I'm saying this nigga Box fucking with a bed and don't even know it. This one, I still ain't knowing what time it is, right? So we get to the conference room. They got like 7, 8 beds. Whoever they little leader motherfucker is, whatever y'all call them motherfuckers. I'm sitting down me and my attorney going crazy. We filed a lawsuit, harassment. Y'all embarrassed my client. He lives in a gated community. He can't live there anymore. Homeowners Association is filing complaints against him because you guys came the way you came. His neighbors are frowning upon him, all this shit. We playing for the bag, right? So, dude says, well, we still got your client on 2 different situations. He's like, is that right? We'll put him on the table. We walking out of here, right? So, first situation, he said, well, we found firearms in the house. He's an ex-con, convicted felon. He can't be around firearms, right? So I stopped my attorney. I said, well, you ain't found no firearms in my house. He said, yes, we did. These firearms and such and such. I said, well, I ain't never seen no firearms in my life. He said, well, they registered to your wife. I said, well, what they got to do with me? He said, well, that's your wife. I said, okay, well, what the fuck they got to do with me? He said, well, you live in a home. I said, you can't prove I live in that home. Right? But you got some cars that's registered to a corporation. Matter of fact, I said, can I go in my back pocket? I pull my wallet out, I slide the motherfucker in my wallet. What's this? That's where I live. I've been a resident of Oklahoma.
Now, Stutterbox do sound sus. Yo, let's hang out. We hang out. This chick you with, she approaches me when you go to the bathroom. Yo, son, about some drugs. Feds kick my, you know what I'm saying? Kick his doors in. He see the chick. Oh, I don't know, Stutterbox. You we might need some answers on this one. You know what I'm saying? Even though this is in a book, this is actually in a book. But I guess Stutterbox decided to, I don't know, go to Clubhouse and call Wack100 Rat.
2003. I got 13 houses on my portfolio. Which one you gonna put me in various states? Right? I said, you see that? Commercial driver's license. I'm a truck driver. So you putting some guns on me that's in a California residence, and yet I pay Oklahoma state taxes? Help me understand it. And that go. Second thing they had against me, they press play. Going to a hairdresser. Wiretap. This is why I know when I hear certain wiretaps was conspiracy, how they get you. They got me on the phone. Said, yeah. What you got? Said, we got a special move. Where it's coming from? Down by National City, down by Tijuana, Mexico. Yeah. All right. It's gonna be kind of heavy, but you know, it'll pay you 23,000 one way. Where it's going? Seattle area, Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, multiple stops. You know, get it to them before they close. And I was you straight. All right, no problem. I'll be down there to get it. So they turned off the thing. They like, well, you know, our confidential informant is saying you moving drugs for Suge Knight. I said, moving drugs for Suge Knight. Now, me personally, I've never heard Suge involved in the cocaine, the drug dealer, none of that shit. So I'm looking at these motherfuckers like they crazy because I know what recording they got. I said, well, can I make a phone call in front of you on speakerphone? Yeah. Calling number. What up, Wack? Hey, we got something cooking? Down by Mexico? Yeah, talking about National City. Yeah, what you got? He said, yeah, we got 6. I said, what it pay? It ain't that what you used to, but you can get 17, 18, 17. He said, but it's light. It ain't that heavy. How much weight we talking? 71, 72,000 pounds. All right, cool. I said, yo, who am I talking to again? He said, this is BMW Distribution, Auto Logistics. All right, thanks. I said, you stupid motherfucker, what you listening to is me getting a fucking load of cars going from one place to another. What the fuck is you talking about? Now his superiors is looking at him like he crazy. If you watch the movie Unsolved, that's when you see dude get stark raving mad and say, this dude is lying on this dude. He ain't doing none of this. Stutterbox is the nigga that played Uncle Jerome on the truck driver. They pulled over, there was magazines in the back. They just summed it all up in one. So what I'm saying is, you niggas, or whoever these niggas is, y'all that desperate, you about to prosecute Wack with a nigga that told on Wack? I don't understand this math. I know the world is changing. We got the LGBTQ community going on. They moving at a rapid rate. Are we getting to a point that the niggas that get told on are the what? You got a video of a nigga that told on me and 7 of his homies. And that's supposed to do what to me?
Wack was very well versed. The only rebuttal that Stutterbox can have to Wack is him producing the paperwork. The hearsay conversation is out the door. Even though there's a paragraphs in the book, but Wack is speaking about his situation, dealing with that situation, very well versed, not all over the place, very detailed. Even if he's keeping some things out, he stuck to the script, kept our attention. Stutterbox produced the P work, or just shut up, just be quiet. We don't want to hear about when you catch them, what you can do to them. As they all say when they throw something out there about Wack, and then Wack, you know how Wack do. Wack go crazy on you, and you don't have nothing to produce, and then it's I gotta get you. You know what I'm saying? When I see you, I'm gonna slap you. You gotta start being well versed. You gotta stop letting people be all over the place say things, and then when they can't produce what they just said, they want to be irrational. Now they want to fight. Nobody told you to come to Clubhouse calling this man a rat. I don't know what's going on, or whoever brought the information up. I don't know why y'all did that. Because you should have, the first thing you should have did was bought Wack's paperwork. So now don't soul search, don't go on Pacer.com, don't try to find something on Wack that has nothing to do with what you're actually talking about. That's what our dudes do. They'll bring up something that has nothing to do with this conversation. You know what I'm saying? No, we want to deal with this conversation, with this federal RICO law, this case. You can't produce the paperwork, stutter to be easy and chill, fall back. You lost this one, you lost. It's okay to lose. Sometimes dudes are feel a certain way, it's okay to lose sometimes, man. The only way you're gonna win in this situation is producing the paperwork. We all agree that. A lot of us don't like the things that Wack do, but you have to produce the paperwork, man. We don't want to hear another story about, like, by coincidence, the doors got kicked in, or by accident, the police snatched me up. We don't want to hear that. We want to hear, you're here with the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That BMW phone call thing sounded sketchy. It sounded like a sketchy call, like he called the plug, yo, I need 12, whatever. That did sound sketchy. Like, I'm happy he said, yo, it's BMW. Because it sounded like he called the plug. That sounded sketchy. That part had me like, oh, did he really call somebody about, you know what I'm saying? Son responding back, yo, what's up with them things? So that was sort of sketchy. But maybe Wack, you had to put that out there because maybe that's what you got on the man. But put out the paperwork now. We don't want to hear about you gonna dog walk him. We don't want to hear about you gonna punch him in the head. We don't want to hear that. Produce the paperwork. Until you produce the paperwork, stutter, fall back. Be easy. And just, he was very well versed in his rebuttal. Very well versed. Very well versed. The only way to beat that is the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And with that said, free Suge Knight. Suge Knight name popped up, but it's free Suge. And that's one thing I can honestly say. That's one thing I can honestly say is I never heard that. I heard extortion, bullying, gang member, football player, but I never heard Suge Knight being a drug dealer. I never heard that. I never heard kilos of cocaine went through Death Row Studios. I never heard that. I never heard. You know what I'm saying? So only thing that ever put Suge Knight name to any drugs was the guy that allegedly gave him some money to start Death Row Records. It's a deep story. Buy the book. A part of people purchase the book. And with that being said, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. Today was a great day. I hope you enjoyed the content. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the only time I've ever heard his name attached to anything that dealt with the drug game. So, study the box, reduce the paperwork. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Every wiretap, those recordings, there's paperwork on those recordings because most likely somebody had to testify to those recordings. A lot of those wiretaps are also in paperwork, I believe. I never caught a Fed charge. But, you know what I'm saying? A wiretap, like Jim Jones, the wiretap, it was also on paper. They had to put it on paper. You know what I'm saying? With the words that was being said. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the wiretap, they play that for the jury. That's evidence. They play for the jury. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually on, I believe it's on paper. Just like a still indictment, they put it on paper. Yeah, they put it, you know what I'm saying? I know a still indictment, when I caught my sale, it was on paper. Yo, he sold such and such, officer, boom, boom, boom. The tape recording was just a yo. You know what I'm saying? These are your words. So yes. So if he has a voice recording, it can be any recording you can have. Dudes do it nowadays. I call you right now, Wax, and you ask about, yo, Zeke, you just got me talking. You can edit it and be like, yo, I got a wiretap of Zeke talking. I still got to see the paperwork, bro. Let me see the case number. Because a lot of if your case is not sealed, is public information. It is public information. And if you can get public information, they'll have that. Most of these guys that be snitching, it's recorded snitching. It's them sitting behind a desk like this, you know what I'm saying? And they begin to tell a story. Yo, boom, 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 boom. And you know they got people that put your words, just like in court. You know what I'm saying? You know when you go to court, you have the person, you know what I'm saying? They record your words. They actually print your words. Because it does become evidence. Even your drugs become evidence, right? They weigh it, they tell you it's 3.5, or tell you what drug it is, what the weight is, they actually put it on paper. The drugs is just the evidence. So when you go to trial, this is what he sold to us. This is the marked money right here. But it's also written on paper about the marked money in the seal. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what I know, but y'all can do your own research. Don't ask me, I never caught a Fed charge. But you guys can do your own research, and y'all can, you might hear something different from somebody else. Yo, son, so don't take it with me. Ask somebody else, somebody with a Fed charge. Wax, that's a great question there. That's a great thing you said right there. Wax AP says, so if there's a recording, do you still have to produce the paperwork? That's deep right there. That's a good question. But in Stutterbox, produce the paperwork. There's something whack in it. That's a major case. You talk about, pushing drugs from coast to coast and kicking offices. Suge Knight, but what Wack100 said about his properties was just smart. People do that. They Puffy, and a lot of these guys in the record industry, they buy these cars and they use the company's name. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So he's not really evading the tag. Whatever he's doing. But he's put it in the name of whatever corporation he has. A lot of rappers do that. If you think Game is broke, there's a bunch of New York rappers who went the same route that Game went because they get sued. A lot of them, they may slap somebody or something might happen in the club and people blame the artist. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the entourage. You see what happened with Jigga and Un, you know what I'm saying? Jigga had to give Un some bread to stab him, and Un was going all, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends. Every situation is different, though. Every negotiation is different. But you can do your own due diligence still. I just think my believing Stutterbox needs to produce a sheet of paper that says anything about Wack. It was a small little 2 things Wack. He gave us some information. Boom. He cooperated or something. Yeah, because this paperwork is saying Wack was telling. If Wack was a part of this case. Definitely Wack. Remember, Wack said the drug dealer chick was around him. So this is all recorded. You know what I'm saying? This is all public information. That's true. Yeah, you're right. He definitely would be. Definitely would be. You know what I'm saying? Definitely salute Christmas. He definitely would be. And that's where we're shooting for. This is what we're shooting for. You know what I'm saying? Stutterbox, your next move is the paperwork. Something. Remember that chick, you know what I'm saying? It was 2-3 Wack100 was cooperating, or Wack100 gave us some information, or Wack100 said this, something. I don't know what you're talking about. So you got to understand that you have to produce the paperwork. If you're not producing the paperwork, then you're just wasting your energy. You know what I'm saying? You're just wasting your energy, wasting your time. You're having fun on Clubhouse, though. I ain't gonna lie. The guy's entertaining. He's having fun on Clubhouse. He's doing what he's doing to have fun. But you gotta produce the paperwork, bro. You know what I'm saying? Boosie stood up for himself. He responded back to the hot boy. And I want you guys, I don't know, man. Wax, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. And you just want these guys, man. You just want these guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta laugh. I said, you gotta laugh. Sometimes, man, you just gotta, go back crazy. You know what I'm saying? But going back to the content, right? This goes back to, so every call out don't need every reaction don't call for reaction, man. A lot of you dudes waste your time trying to waste time on some such things. Now, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give you something for free right now. You know what I'm saying? This is something out the nitty gritty box. Hold on. All right. Damn, I gotta be sweating out this MNF, man. This is a dirty game. It's the white bills. Don't see no gotta put it together, man. We're just doing our best. We're upgrading. And we're giving you better content, less freestyling, and more. Right, here's something. Then we can have the conversation, because I think a lot of times we get caught up in just freestyling. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the route where we're going nowadays. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? We get to the dirt of this. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second, party people. Shout out to my man Infomines, man. He gives me a lot of good information. Not a lot, good conversation. Not a, just be better. Do us a little better. Oh God.
What's good?
Oh. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely, hold on, I'm trying to get this thing for y'all. That's why I'm gonna put this thing right now. I gotta find it for y'all. I'm gonna show you a prime example of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people say that about Alpo. And that Alpo's told on a bunch of dead people, whatever the case may be, because you can't physically get Alpo's paperwork. And I happened to run across, hold on one second, there's this thing I can make it for you guys. Better yet, the files. Hold on one second. I actually got Wayne Petty's paperwork. Now, because you can't get Alpo's paperwork, we got Wayne's Petty paperwork. Thank you to Crown Court CV, who actually sent it to me a couple of years ago. See, the prime example of snitching. It goes the United States of America versus Wayne Anthony Perry, Tyrone LaSalle Price, and Michael Anthony Jackson. They're not dead. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? Now again, Alpo said, remember he said, everybody I told on is dead. This is their case. It's in D.C., United States District Court for the District of Columbia. It goes grand jury, original, superseding indictment. Now this is the case. This is Alpo's case, detaining the Wayne Perry. Now what the Alpo said, everybody I told on is dead except Wayne Perry. Well, it seems to be Michael Jackson he told on. He also told on Tyrone LaSalle Price. The conspiracy, beginning in about the spring of 1988, date being unknown to the grand jury and continuing thereafter up to and including December 18th, 1991, within the District of Columbia, the Eastern District of Virginia, the District of Maryland, the Southern and Eastern Districts of New York, the Northern District of Ohio, and elsewhere, the defendants Wayne Anthony Perry, Tyrone LaSalle Price, and Michael Anthony Jackson did unlawfully, knowingly, and intentionally combine, conspire, confederate, and agree together with each other with Albert G. Martinez with co-conspirators not indicted hereon and with others known and unknown to the grand jury. The man who put this case together was Alpo. You know what I'm saying? Now it goes, Wayne Perry was the chief enforcer and bodyguard for Albert G. Martinez in the drug conspiracy. The Martinez Drug Organization operated as an organization controlled and directed by Albert G. Martinez, also known as Alpo. Wayne Anthony Perry and his conspirators, Sal Price, Michael Anthony Jackson, and other co-conspirators, both known and unknown to the grand jury, including Thomas Leroy Dozier, deceased, Shelton Cortez Watkins, deceased, and Garrett Terrell, deceased, used armed and unarmed force violence and intimidation, including murder, kidnapping, and robbery to promote, protect, and to perpetrate the illegal drug trafficking operations of the Martinez Drug Organization and to enhance the reputation of the conspiracy. Boom! This is the paperwork. So, a lot of times dudes tell you things that you can't get that paperwork. But that's the paperwork coming off the side of Wayne Perry. But Wayne Perry's trying to gain his freedom so he can't speak for himself. So I'm just showing you. So what I'm showing you, stutter boxes, you gotta have the paperwork when you're saying things like this about individuals. Now with that being said, I gotta move on with my day. Yep, it's he said, she said. That's Alpo. Remember, Alpo said, because nobody produced the paperwork, that anybody told on is dead. It's a Wayne Perry. Boom. Yeah, they was dead, but you also told on 3 dudes that was alive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you did tell on 4 or 5 of them, but you did tell on 3 that was alive. So with that being said, no, this hasn't been an output. I mean, we're just giving an example, study about produce the paperwork. You don't want to hear about what you're gonna beat up on the guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to hear that, you're gonna put hands on somebody, you're gonna go gun for gun with somebody. We want to build this. We want to build and destroy. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I have to go. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for waking up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I have to go. It's not about produce the paper. Boosie, my guy. I believe he wasn't in PC. You know what I'm saying? But you know he had to make a response to you calling him a rat. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, hope you like the new digs. Shout out to wifey Southern Belle, her brother Keith Rucker Jr. We in the building, man. We are in the building. Shout out to St. Louis, shout out to Spanish Harlem, shout out to East Harlem. Shout out to Push That Night, Strictly Mentality, definitely Cloud Chaser, all those clubhouses. Shout out to those clubhouses. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Ghoul Gang. I was in the Ghoul Gang last night. Shout out to the Ghoul Gang. I was in the Ghoul Gang in Clubhouse last night. It was a good vibe. DW, I was in his clubhouse last night. So I'm just making my rounds, you know what I'm saying? You see me around, just salute. I salute y'all, you salute me. You know I'm an old school cat. Love is love. Hector Marquez Perez. Shout out to Spanish Harlem, Washington Projects, East Harlem, Lexington Projects, Hill Ho, 100th Street. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, salute. Y'all have a blessed day. Wax be going on today. Check out Wax. Wax AP, Tato Mills is in the building. Love is love, baby. Of course, love is love. We're taking this to the moon, you heard? And again, salute to all the winners of the 05 Trying to Bring movement, the branch off. Everybody's good. Everybody got the big M. Shout out to Wagner. Saladin, 050 China, Wax AP, everything monetized. Smitty Brim got his 1,000. He should be there. You built the pyramid to win. That being said, I got more up-to-date topics. And I like to salute Hassan Campbell for always gracing me with content, jumping in my lives, helping me out, giving me views, giving me pointers on it. So definitely shout out to Hassan Campbell. That being said, you guys have a blessed day. You heard? Salute. Can't forget about Harlem Legend. Harlem Legend was already, can't forget about Harlem Legend. Harlem Legend was already monetized, but I'm happy he came to my platform. He was helping us out during the time and average chatter also. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And definitely, he, you know, he's definitely part of day one of the movement. When it was a hashtag, when it was just a hashtag 05 Vote China or 05 Voter Movement, when it was a hashtag. We turned the hashtag into an empire. Everything monetized. You know what I'm saying? Everything monetized. And that's the goal. Everybody eats. Y'all got their own lanes and their own content. You know what I'm saying? Everybody eat. Zeke Black did that, not with 100,000 subscribers. Salute Harlem Legend. It was the hashtag. It was a hashtag. We turned the hashtag into douche. So yeah, salute to that, man. You have a blessed day. And check out 050 China when they go live later. And salute them on that. How y'all turn the hashtag into a real movement. Everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag. That being said, salute. I respect y'all. I love y'all. And Zeke Black's in the building. Key nitty. Shout out to the PT-131 crew. Exactly. Still standing. Everybody eating. Respect. Everybody want everything monetized. They said Zeke was the godfather of that. I am happy that he named for something that's positive. The godfather of dudes that got platforms that can make a change. And everybody monetized. Nobody nobody no bread. Take that. Shout out to Mace 2.0 though. 5,000, you made 5 million. That's a lot. That's a good move. Harlem, that's what I'm saying. You hear me?